Nick, tell us why you find Pinot such an exciting grape.
Just the wonderful seductive balance, the grace, the velvet texture, fine tannins, the beautiful perfume you get with Pinot as it ages, and that fabulous length that just lingers and lingers on the palate. It's the most graceful, the most enchanting of the red varieties, without a doubt.
Why is it the best grape on the planet? Well, I'm sure winemakers will be able to. It's the most exciting, interesting, complex, seductive variety. That makes the best wines.
It is the most transparent variety. It is the one which captures your heart rather than, say, Bordeaux the mind.
I always think that one of the things that you can notice in this tasting is the value for money that you get when you buy the better New World Pinots, especially the Australian, New Zealand, some of the Californian, perhaps the American wines. We had Oregon this year. Very good value for money. Great tasting, really interesting. All the wines are different. If they all tasted the same, well, we'd have nothing to talk about. We had plenty of arguments. It was a great night.
Pinot, once again, has shown that she is a most vexatious bitch. Just when you think you've got her measure, she comes up and bites you severely. Seriously, the wonderful thing about Pinot is its unpredictability. Its unpredictability both in terms of where it's grown, how it's grown, where it's made, but also the way that it can show in bottle.
Well, once again, the wines that were chosen were incredibly cleverly picked because it was a very level playing field. People had their favourites, but nothing was really panned. What was interesting though, rather than having one standout wine, like last year I think there was one standout wine that everybody went for. This year there were about 4 or 5 wines that had really massive support. And they came from Australia, New Zealand, Oregon and Burgundy. So you'd never expect the results to be so diverse. Normally everybody jumps on the Burgundies. It wasn't the case this year, and it just shows that Pinot Noir internationally is becoming really fascinating. And I suppose the point about Australian Pinot Noir, more than the other countries, is that it's extraordinary value for money. Looking down the prices of the wines that were tasted when the crib sheets were given out, the Aussie wines are between sort of 35 and 65 bucks, which is remarkable because some of the Burgundian wines 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times that price. So it's a really good event.
Some gorgeous wines.
Yes, some very good wines. Some really lovely wines, and just a really lovely and varied and diverse wander through the world of Pinot Noir.
Which is what Pinot's all about. And a few lovely little stars jumping out. Christom from Oregon, Martinborough Vineyard for me.
Martinborough's a cracker.
And how can you ever go past a Rousseau?